Sometimes the only way forward is to let go of familiar places, people that we love and spend years of our lifetime with. And it might feel hard, but it's all part of the progress. And sometimes it's even an essential to move forward. And this is going to be the topic of today's video: why you need to cut the contact to just move forward. So there's actually something that is called the comfort trap, because we are just scared to let people go that we have in our lives for so long. So what we do then is we hold on to places or people out of comfort. We don't want to get into a fight with them and discussion. We just stay with them because it's more comfortable for us. And letting go is also stepping into the unknown. So it might even scare us that we need to let someone go. But the harsh truth is, if we keep on holding onto places or people or habits that don't serve us anymore, we will never reach our full potential. Because if you want to level up, you need to get rid of everything that is holding you back. It's part of leveling up. But letting go can feel really scary, right? It just scares us to think about letting someone go or moving onward in our life and maybe quitting old habits. It just feels scary because we step into something new that we don't know yet. We don't know how people will react if we cut the contact, and it's just something that we don't want to think about that much. Also, cutting the contact with those people could mean that you will be lonely for a while. And some people have mental blocks that are really big that don't allow them to be lonely because they are scared of their own thoughts. They cannot be alone with themselves. They are scared to do something alone, and it's just a thought that scares some people. Because if you cut the contact to your friends because they are not good for you anymore, because you have different goals, you might be lonely for a while, and you need to handle that. But here's the thing: in this time where you are alone, you will learn so many things, and it's so healing for you to just have this time for yourself where you think about your future and what you really want from life, expect from a friendship or a partner. And if there's no one that is matching your expectations, you need to be okay with being alone, because you have yourself and you're the most important person in your life. You don't need anyone. That's the wrong energy. Being needy is super unhealthy for your mind. So just be okay with being alone for a while, because you would rather be alone with yourself than in the wrong company, right? Also, you need to understand, when we stop holding on to the things that don't serve us anymore, we clear up space for something new to enter our lives. And that's super exciting. So, making space for something new is super essential for moving forward. And I'm going to ask you a question now. How can you expect a different life from the life that you're living now if you just keep on holding on to all these old things? You cannot expect to stay the same and reach something different. It's not working. You cannot hold on to old things, to old beliefs, old habits, old friends if you want something else in life. So you really need to let go to clear up space to attract the things that you really want. So if you want to have positive friends that uplift you, that are not jealous, that support you, how can you attract those kind of friends if you still keep on spending time and keep on holding on to your old friends that are just jealous, that really don't wish you something good? That's not working. You need to let all of these old friends go to attract new friends, positive friends. So really be aware of the fact you keep holding on to old relationships, habits, whatever, you lock the door for something better. And if you really love yourself and want a different life, you need to let everything go that is not aligning with your future dream life. the power of boundaries. So you need to let go and set boundaries to attract something better. And you need to learn how to set boundaries, because especially when you're always a people pleaser, you cannot say no, but you need to say no to really set the boundary and attract something better. So if something or someone doesn't match your values, you say no, set a boundary and let them go without feeling guilty. You're not living to serve other people. You need to serve yourself. And that a relationship doesn't work out or a friendship doesn't work out is not failure, it's actually growth. You let go of old habits, friends, relationships, whatever, and you just make space for something better. You are growing and you're standing up for yourself. That's super strong. The last and most important point is don't settle. Because if you settle for good enough, you basically show life that you're willing to just accept what is given to you. But if you are really sure about yourself, you know that you deserve the best and you would never settle for less. And in this way, when you really love yourself and you're sure about yourself, you can only attract the best. Because if something comes, let's say a partner that matches your expectations 60%, but there are still the 40% that don't match your values, and you don't want that. You don't settle for the 60%, and you say to yourself, I deserve to have the 100%. You really let go of everything that is not fully aligning with your vision and your future, and you really keep the space open for the right person that matches your values. So never be afraid of letting go. If you're afraid now to let go and you think, I would rather stay with a person that matches my expectations halfway than to be alone, that's desperate energy. Why are you afraid of being alone? You have yourself and that's all you need. You don't need to be afraid. And I get it, if you are not willing to settle for less or good enough, you will be alone for a longer period of time. I can tell you right now, but that's fine. Because why should you settle for something that you don't really fully want and that does not really fully align with your values? So I would rather choose the time with myself, be alone, work and focus on my goals than to be with someone who's not making me happy. I will never settle for good enough. I have myself, and you should also think like that. You have yourself, you are alone, you can give yourself everything that you want and need, and partners or friendships just come and add up to your life. You should never make a partner your whole personality or identity and everything that you need, and you stay with this person just because you're afraid of being alone. That's not how it works. So if you really want to attract relationships, friendships, and opportunities that are really matching your values and are really matching the things that you want for your future, you need to be willing to say no to many, many things. But I can tell you, at one point, you just proved so much that you really want this specific thing that you will also get it. But you are being tested. You also need to understand that. These are always tests to see, okay, does she really want that? Or is she willing to settle for good enough? And it's on you now to decide what you want. So beautiful souls, this was it with my video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video. And we're going to see each other in the next one. Bye bye!